Everybody, there it is.
You are on, Bev.
Oh, yes, I'm on. Yes, yes. And I hope everybody is having a happy Thursday so far. And best of all, you're listening to the program, Let's Go Shopping with Bev. And boy, do we got information for you. Oh, yes. So if you are driving, please pull off the side of the road or pull into Starbucks, get something to drink, get your paper and pencil, and start taking some notes. And while we are waiting for our first caller to come in, it'll be a few minutes, that will be Jessie J from Jessie J Collections. We're going to be talking about spring and summer, all the new colors, the new styles, the what's and the don'ts, and all. We're just going to have a really good time with that. And after that, we are going to be talking to John Razzo, and he's from JR Constructions. And while we're talking to him in fashion, it goes together. If you're deciding to redo rooms in your house, you want to add on new windows, whatever it is, these are the people that you seriously need to talk to. Well, while we are waiting, really quick, let's talk about Fantastic Sam's. I talked to the girls today, and I go to the one here in Yucaipa, up on Yucaipa Boulevard. And Maria and the team, they're still there. Absolutely marvelous work all the time. Now, here's the lowdown. If you're thinking about redoing your hair a different color, everybody's going lighter. And a lot of them are going more blonde than anything else. So decide what color the girls will help you, what color would look good on you, and the color of your skin and what you do for a living, and so on and so on. So talk to the girls and they'll give you the right cut. And the cuts are going shorter. Yes, who wants 10,000 miles of hair on the back of your head when it's 110 degrees outside? And we want things simpler in our lives. So they will help you with that also. And then for all the guys out there and all the men, they're changing too. They're getting their hair recolored and restyled for the spring and summer. And the guys, what they're doing is they're doing the comb over. So more hair goes to one side than the other. I don't know why, but they like it, so there you go. And they have everything that you need. They sell all the products, the shampoos, the conditioners, the hairsprays, you name it, they sell it. Nail polish, everything else that you're going to need. And so it's like a one-stop shop, and it's very nice, calming. Everybody is happy. So there you go, And so, and is he there?
No. I called 3 times.
Okay, he's probably still in the back room because they're getting ready for the fashion show.
But you know what? When he does call into the show today, we'll go ahead and patch him right through to you, Bev.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And hey, why we got a few minutes? What's new in your life?
What's new in my life?
Yes.
Let's see. What isn't new in my life? Well, outside of the show here and doing radio, I do television as well. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, I'm working on new projects, and in a perfect world, we're going to try to pitch them, and make some money. But that's usually what I do when I'm not here. I'm just doing, television and film.
Now, with television, do you work behind the scenes, work in the cameras and stuff?
I work in behind the scenes as a producer, but I'm also a television personality as well. So I do a little hosting here and there. Sometimes I do some news reports, for the local news station up in Victorville. So it just depends what they need me for. I'm a jack of all trades.
Now that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you mentioned Victorville. You know why?
Why?
Do you remember what's going on this Saturday up there?
Oh, my gosh. No, because I have a meeting in Anaheim, so I won't be in Victorville on Saturday.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, you'll be there in spirit.
I'll be there in spirit,
right?
Yeah.
Well, what they're doing is the Rockabilly anniversary is coming up.
Oh.
And it's going to be on March 10th from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. We're having a car show of all different cars.
Very cool.
Different motorcycles are going to be there. Different food vendors are going to be there. People are going to be selling, the little souvenirs as always. And different bands are going to be playing, which is really nice. and live music.
Love live music.
Yeah, did you ever think, why do we say live music instead of just music? If you say live music, what is it? Dead music? What is it?
Because they're there and it's happening in real time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I thought we could have fun with that little thing, And also now with the pinup girl contest.
Oh, maybe I should cancel my plans.
Oh yeah, this is really going to be very, very cool. We have close to 20 girls that entered to be into this contest. They have to dress in that era.
And the rockabilly kind of feel, yeah.
Yes, whatever, like 50s, 60s, what 40s, whatever they choose.
That's cool.
And I am going to be one of the judges.
Okay.
So I was honored. I'm going, yeah, I'll be there. And so what we're doing is we're going to be asking the contestants different questions, and how long they've been doing it and so on and so on and so on. And then we're going to be picking one out of all of them, and that person will win first prize and a crown.
Oh, well
Yes.
then. Is there any cash that goes with that, or?
Yeah, but we can't say it on here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
But it's a nice.
And is there, where in Victorville is this one going to be at?
It is going to be, that would be nice, 15432 Bear Valley Road.
Okay.
And it's in Victorville, and the zip code is 92392. So if you want to Google it,
Yeah.
to get directions and stuff, and there you go.
Okay.
Yes.
Very cool.
So it's really, really going to be fun. We're going to be up there, earlier than 12 to get our bearings and so on and so on. And the Hats Barbershop is going to be there. I have no idea who they is.
Is it the hat or Top Hats?
It says Top Hats.
Aha. Okay. I
Yeah.
get my hair done there.
Oh.
I do get my
Okay.
hair done there. Yeah. Shout out to Top Hats. They do good work. Tyler, you're the best.
Well, tell us about you. Now, I just told you about Fantastic Sam's down here.
Yeah.
Tell us about Top Hats up there.
Top Hats, it's literally been operating out of the same building, which used to be a house. They converted it. Years and years and years, and they've had interest on people buying it because it's like prime property where they're at. They're on Bear Valley Road, but they refuse to sell. And it's one of those, they don't do advertising. It's like a word of mouth place, and they do some really, really good work there. Very diverse staff, and I'm very impressed with them. So I like them. So if they're sponsoring this event, then yeah, it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, like I said, I am so looking forward to this. And looking at your hair, I can tell what quality they do. Your hair looks fabulous.
Well, that's what happens when you're a millennial and you roll out of bed. It's called bedhead.
It looks better than that. It really does.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. And so also now, since we're still waiting for Jess,
Yeah.
because they're getting ready for another show, and he's going bloody bunkers down there.
Probably.
So you and I can talk about fashion.
Sure, let's
What do
talk
you
about
think?
fashion.
Okay.
What do you want?
Now, one of the things about spring and summer this year is everybody is going a little casual.
Little casual, okay?
Easy going, no big fussy poo-poo stuff, And the colors are going to be very bright, happy colors this season.
Okay.
So I'm happy about that.
So
one.
your blue, would that be considered a bright color then that
Yes.
you have? Okay.
It would be a very happy color. Like your purples, your greens, some shades of pinks, but people got to watch out with pink.
So pretty much everything on the peacock behind you would suffice as summer and spring colors.
Yes, and I'm glad you said peacock because I just made a new outfit, and that's the back of it.
Very good, very good.
Yes, and kind of loose, lightweight clothing. It's going to be almost like we're back in Sicily for the summer.
Very cool.
That's what
All
it's
right.
going to be. Now, what do you like to wear for spring and summer?
Less clothes, the better. No, I'm just kidding. People wonder. I'm super simple. Being in the desert, we call ourselves desert rats. So being in that climate for so long, tank top, some board shorts, and a hat, and some sunglasses, like some Ray-Bans, I'm good to go. I
There
mean,
you
I'm
go.
simple. Maybe if like I'm out and about all day, those shorts, those board shorts turn into cargo shorts.
Yes.
You know, but that's literally it for like because it's warm up there, super warm.
I don't know how y'all live up there.
Well,
I really don't. That's like a baby Palm Springs. Yeah. Oh, hey, Rich, you're here. Hello.
I think you're. Did you flick on the mic?
Yes,
right
I
there?
did.
Oh, there you are. Okay, keep talking.
Okay. Yeah, but when you said desert rat, I thought you were some kind of a desert rat because you brought a cheese sandwich in here.
I did. Did I?
Yeah, you were eating cheese.
I was eating cheese
Sounds
earlier.
cheesy to
Yeah.
me. And that bird we're talking about back here, I thought that was a rooster.
You thought the
Okay,
peacock was a rooster?
With fancy feathers. What? I'm a Pollock. I can think things
Wah,
like that.
wah, wah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and if you just tuned in, you're listening to Let's Go Shopping with Bev right here on KCAA 1050. And if we sound a little silly today, we're all in a very, very happy mood.
Yeah.
And we are waiting for Jesse J from Jesse J Collections. They're getting ready for a fashion show, so it's a hit and miss. So we're all taking over for him.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions about fashion or color, call us at 909-792-5222. And Rich,
And
what,
if they don't have any questions, call us anyway.
just to say hello?
Just to say hello.
Say hello.
Okay. Yeah,
We'll get
can
you
do
on the
that.
air.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And now also talking about Victorville, because we go up there every once in a while.
Oh, why?
And
I
yeah,
know.
sometimes we really, really got to.
We're looking
Now-
for peacocks.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
there. You'll find jackrabbits and a bunch of sparrows. That's about it.
I think the sparrows left.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the people or the animals?
No,
The
no.
animals.
The general,
animals?
the general area.
Uh-huh.
No, not the people. People are fine.
Okay. And then also, to get back to the fashion line, less jewelry.
Less is more.
Yeah, remember how we used to pile it on like all bling bling and stuff?
Oh yeah, I
Forget
look
about
like
it.
I look like a Backstreet Boy. That's how much I used to bling it out. But that was like 10 years ago. You know, I grew up.
Well, back then it was really big.
It was a popular thing. Yeah, I think I wore like, God, this is going to be so bad. I think I wore like 3 Jesus crosses that were all like diamond encrusted at the same time because the Osbournes was like a big show. And
Yes.
you know, Ozzy, you know, he wears all that stuff. So that was like, you know, it's like, how can we trend this into other styles? and
Yeah, but
stuff?
you know what
Yes.
happened to him now? He's leaning over from the neck from wearing all that.
All the jewelry.
and his
right?
hands are drooping down to his knees
Well, I
because
think the drugs helped a little with that.
Yeah, think? I don't know whatever gave you that idea. You know? Yes. And then also talking about lightening up things, right? That's because fashion, our clothing fashion, and our house fashion, they all blend together, right?
Yeah.
So when you're redoing your wardrobes and you're getting ready for spring and summer, and a lot of people now hopefully are de-junking. You know, certain people got to de-junk.
That's called spring cleaning.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
that's a bad word for me.
Well, see, well, I told him if that garage isn't cleaned out pretty soon, I'm going to rent out a dumpster. I'm going to put it in the middle of the the driveway. Everything in there, don't even look, just dump it in. Done.
Well, I'll put everything in a dumpster and then start refilling the garage again. I have more
No,
room.
no,
Yeah,
no,
you have
because
more
we're
room,
done,
right?
Yes.
no, we're going to have bodyguards where you can't bring anything in.
Oh, darn.
Yes. Well, the same thing is with our house, you know, because the lighter and less knicky-knackies and fluff and all this stuff, the more calmer a person feels, right? And the happier they are.
I think that's just like a girl thing. Guys don't really care all that much.
I don't care.
Oh, there are. Oh, yeah.
I like to have my junk sitting around so I could look at it. You know, I collect things when I go somewhere.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
You know, if I travel in some town or city and I've got a Pookie from there, you know,
Right.
and I put it on the counter and I say, oh, you know, that's when I was in Rio and that's when I was in Europe or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
What is a pookie?
Pookies, yeah.
It's like a knick-knack.
Well,
I think I'm a
my
jiggy.
stepfather used to
Okay.
call them Pookies and things like that. Yes, they're nicky-neckies.
Knicky-knackies.
Yes.
Okay.
You got to have those.
Yeah, and my dad, when he was alive, God rest him, he used to say, it's a ticka-migadug.
Thingamajig.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was pretty cool. Now I'm going to put both of you guys on the spot for a
Uh-oh.
second.
Here we go.
What is your favorite colors?
Oh, that's easy. Lime green.
I love that color.
Yeah.
I'll have you mow my lawn.
No, sir, that would be hunter green.
Hunter green? Oh,
yes.
I'm colorblind in the red and green
Unless
range,
you
so-
don't water your grass, it could be a lime green.
Yeah, really.
Yes, yes. You know?
So now I'm supposed to tell you my favorite color?
Well, duh.
It's green. You know why? It's the color of money.
I knew you were going there.
That's a good reason.
Hey.
That is a good reason.
Well, you guys are lucky because that's one of the top colors this season, and I'm with purples. Purple, all different shades of purple I love. You know, I don't know why. Just do.
Even indigo?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I do have a blouse in that color hanging in my wardrobe, but don't tell anybody.
All right.
It's still there, and I don't think it's going to be there much longer. You know what I mean?
You should wear it next week. Give it one more go around, you know?
Yeah, I think just because.
Just because.
You like a farewell?
Yeah, farewell.
Adios.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's another thing, too. When you're de-junking, instead of throwing your items in the trash bins, if they're still wearable or usable, you know, pack them up in bags or boxes or whatever. Take them down to the Goodwill.
Yeah.
You know, take them down to the churches because all of this stuff is regifted to somebody that really, really needs it. You know, and that's what I do all the time. Every time I de-junk, that's where it goes.
The problem is the problem is the sentimental value everything has to people. That's why you're like, I'm going to clear out this room this year, and maybe you get rid of 3 things.
You know, you hit the nail on the head.
That's
it's
it.
the
Yeah.
sentimental value.
I've seen enough of hoarders that I know.
Yeah, but their sentimental value is when you see those buildings piled with junk a mile high,
Yeah.
it's beyond junk. It's nothing.
You know what's so
Yeah.
fascinating about people that are hoarders, though, is that when you can randomly pull anything out and show them, and it's like categorized in their head
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
when they bought it, what it was used for, and who was there when this event occurred with this little trinket. Like it's so fascinating, very fascinating.
So when you pull out this item and they say, no, I bought that roll of toilet paper at Walmart 35 years ago.
But true story, they do that.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They really do that.
Well, it's a mental condition.
Yeah.
So
It is fascinating to watch, though. I'm just like, wow.
I don't know
It
about
is,
watching
isn't
it
it?
too much, but
Well, there's certain things that I do keep that were around since I was a child and shorter than I am now. Yes, I used to be shorter than I am now.
No
believe-
way.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to see the
really.
pictures off
Okay,
air.
I'll bring you pictures
Okay,
next week.
all right.
And there's certain things that we got from the old country that could never, ever be replaced.
Okay, so when
You
you say
know.
old country, what Europe?
Sicily.
Oh, Sicily. Okay,
Yes.
all right.
And so, you know, yeah, I'm keeping them. I'm big on all the old photographs.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
that's fun,
family
though. That's
and that
fun.
stuff. And then little things that I picked up on certain trips.
Yeah.
You know, but I was never really a hoarder. You know, because I like it when I walk into my office, everything's in its place and it's light and it's airy. You can actually think better. They
Yeah.
did, you know.
no,
yeah.
mine's full of pookies and I can think better. My one example I just thought of is I visited Yellowstone.
Okay.
And I stole one of their rocks. Ooh. I've got a piece of Yellowstone. There's this thing about you're not supposed to take any of the rocks out of there. I mean, the mountains might disappear.
It's
or
bad
something.
juju. Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Bad, juju.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, see, if you
It's like in Hawaii, you're not supposed to take the sand
You
out
can't
of Hawaii.
now. Yeah, that's a state law now. You
Well,
cannot take the sand back with you. It is illegal.
I beat him to it. I've already got some.
oh.
Well, see, you're right. That could be a bad omen. Take that rock back to where it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Hawaiian gods are going to get you.
Talk
Yes.
to me about black cats and the number 13, especially the number 13. What's on our flag originally? 13 stripes, 13 stars.
And we saw how
There's
good that
13
went for
feathers.
the South. It wasn't a good thing.
Yeah.
So maybe 13's not always the right number.
Well,
No.
but it's still involved in a lot of things. And, you know, the universe doesn't know about numbers. It doesn't count.
but it
never
does.
learned how.
No, it really does.
Nah.
It really does. Do you know hotels don't have a 13th floor?
That's right. They never did.
Yeah, they call the second floor the mezzanine, and they
Yeah.
count wrong from there.
For all of our listeners, if you don't believe me, go to a hotel, ride the
Yeah.
elevator. It will go 12 to 14. There is no 13 on elevators.
And it has always, always been like that.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
been in buildings that had 13 floors, but yeah, and I look at that and I go, give me a break.
Yeah, it'll be like 12A or 12B.
Yes.
for the
Give
floor.
me a
Yeah.
break.
Well,
Wait a minute. The
let's-
other day, a black cat walked in front of me on the road. Gee, what am I supposed to do? Commit suicide or what?
Okay, guys.
It's a black cat.
All right. Let's get.
You know, the only thing that could go wrong with that is because it's a night and he's a black cat. I'm going to run him over because I didn't see him.
Well-
So who got unlucky? The black cat did.
If you go fast enough and honk the horn, he may run back the other way instead of going all the way across the street.
They usually stop and
Or
look
they,
at you.
Or they just look at you.
Yeah.
Take me now.
Well, see, we drive an SUV, so we go right over him and never hit him.
Oh, there you go.
See, that's you wait for that bump,
Yeah.
you know, and then you pass, you look in the rearview mirror, and they're still standing
So
there.
you're like, wait, what's going on?
Okay, guys.
We are getting off the track here.
Yeah, let's get back onto the track.
Are we talking
And,
about shopping for something?
And talking about the fashion.
Yeah, yeah.
And before we go to break.
What does
Yeah,
a black cat wear? Yeah.
You're going to be on a timeout in a
Oh,
minute.
boy.
And talking about getting back to where we were, how the hair cuts are getting shorter,
Yeah.
we're getting lighter, so on and so on and so forth. That also goes for the makeup.
Oh.
And if you notice, a couple of years ago, the eye makeup that women were wearing, they look like they were for Halloween.
Yeah.
And then it started calming down. Well, this year, it's really calmed down.
More natural look?
More natural looking. And then also, guys, everybody, this is a big thing you got to start remembering now. Buy your suntan lotion now and your creamers now.
Because it's on sale.
Because it's on sale. And also, when that sun hits, even though we don't feel hot, and by next month, it's really going to be bad. The rays are going to be hitting you. And, you could run into some difficulty.
Yeah, people don't understand. Just because the sun's out and it's 63 degrees, that doesn't mean you're not. The UVs are still coming at you.
Yes.
It's just not hot. People don't understand that.
Right. And when it's like that, it's worse.
Yeah, and then people are like, "Well, I was in the water all day. It wasn't hot in the water. Why am I all burnt?" Well, because the water's like a magnifying glass for the UV rays.
Like,
Duh.
hello. like, did you ever feel like you're sitting in a hot bubble bath?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So do that and just keep everything light, happy, and you're going to be fine. And make sure one of the other things that you definitely need in your wardrobe, at least 12 different hats.
12 different hats.
Like,
Wow.
like your ball caps, right? Or your sun hats or whatever.
Wait, hold on. How do you come up with the number 12?
Because for every outfit that you have, you need a different color hat to blend in.
Okay.
Oh,
Right.
boy.
All right.
Yes. Well, in my wardrobe, I can tell you right now with all my ball caps and all the other hats I have pretty close to 25.
Wow.
Yeah. And start buying your items now. Because if you wait till actually spring and summer hit, you're going to be paying double or triple.
Yeah, you got a point there. Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't we go to a quick break and we'll be right back.
Absolutely. Here we go.
Had problems with pests lately. Cliff's Pest Control has been in business for over 40 years and is family owned and operated. We can take care of your general pest problems, that's the ants, spiders, all the crawling bugs, and we also can take care of your termite problems. You can reach us at 909-887-1862. That's 909-887-1862. That's Cliff's Pest Control, Inc., serving the Inland Empire for over 40 years.
Hi, my name is Don, and I work with my wife Marie. We are holistic health practitioners specializing in magnetic therapy. Got pain, get relief. We are the Got Pain people. The benefits of magnetic therapy are speed up healing time, reduce discomfort and pain, reduce inflammation, detoxify your body, help improve blood flow. Got pain, get relief. We are the Got Pain people. With MD Jar Magnetics, we can be reached at 951-743-6903. We help to relieve pain without the dangerous side effects of drugs. Some of the other benefits of biomagnetism are a safe alternative for the treatment of over 500 ailments, including cancers, chronic back pain, migraines, asthmas, cysts, tumors, acne, arthritis, knee pain, sports injuries, broken bones, high blood pressure, diabetes, fibromyalgia, sciatica, multiple sclerosis, stroke recovery. It also helps reconnect the brain to the nerves. We are located in Yucaipa, and we are the Got Pain people. With MD Jar Magnetics, got pain, get relief. 951-743-6903. Once again, 951-743-6903.
If you own or work at a restaurant, bar, or nightclub, here's an important message to help improve your bottom line. At Starflight Entertainment, we rent professional karaoke DJ systems. The monthly cost is affordable, and Starflight systems are easy to operate. For more information, call me, Rich, or Bev at Starflight Entertainment, 909-797-7291. Starflight karaoke systems have great sound, and Starflight provides a large selection of songs, everything from the 40s to today's latest hits. We at Starflight Entertainment will supply a professional karaoke jockey, or we'll train someone for you. The Starflight system can also be used almost like a jukebox during your slower times. Starflight Entertainment has been in business since 1989, and many bars, restaurants, and clubs have been customers for up to 10 years. Starflight covers San Bernardino, Riverside, Orange, and Los Angeles counties, and we can help improve your business. So remember the name Starflight Entertainment, and remember 909-797-7291.
Starflight Entertainment.
All right, and we're back. And we are waiting for John Rosa to call in. And he is our construction guy. And so we're going to get him on the phone here pretty soon. And we talked about all the new colors for fashion, for spring and summer. We talked about your hair and your makeup and the color of your hair. We got that all done. Talking about knicky-knackies and de-junking your garage, so we got that all done. And remember, this Saturday up in Victorville, we are going to be up there for the... Hang on, I got to get my glasses back on. All right, for the 5th annual Pinup and Rockababies show. And we have, they're going to have car shows, they're going to have motorcycles out there, they're going to have live music, they're going to have the cruises, the outlaw daddies are going to be there.
Are they going to have food?
Yes, they will have food.
Have to have food.
Yeah, I made sure about that, right? And then they're going to have the pin-up contest, and I was asked to be one of the judges, and I felt so honored. I said, yes, I will be there. And so, it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's hosted by the Commish. Everybody knows who our Commish is. And the Rockabilly Dolls. So it's all going to be there. Yes. Is it on now? It was on before. Okay. So that's where we're going to be. And so Saturday, if you have nothing to do, get in your car or motorcycle and meet us at 15432 Bear Valley Road in Victorville, and the zip code is 92392 if you want to Google it, and all that good stuff. And it is from 12 to 5.
Good. I can eat from 12 to 5 then. I'll save my appetite.
Yeah, and they're going to have little knicky-knackies and souvenirs and, all that stuff to give away.
Knicky-knackies.
Yes. So I gave you...
I thought we were getting rid of knicky-knackies. Now they're going to have knicky-knackies?
Yes. So I just gave you all another review on that, and tomorrow it will be posted again on my Facebook and Twitter.
All
Yes.
right.
So I have Mr. Russo on line one if you want to go ahead and bring him on with us.
Absolutely.
Yes,
All
Mr.
right.
Russo.
Let's give him some intro
Whoa.
music here.
Yes.
Here we go.
Hi, John. How are you? And welcome to the show.
Hi, Bev. How you doing?
We're doing good, and I'm glad you had some time to be with us today between knocking down walls and putting up new walls and putting in windows and all that good stuff. And, John, could you please tell all of our listeners the beginning of your story? When did you get started and why on this fantastic company?
Russell Construction. We do specialize in old historical homes. We're the contractor that will do stuff that other contractors don't want to do, like get underneath the floors, jack up houses, and put in old wooden windows. We try to keep the residents as historical and as original as possible that we can. And that's what my company specializes in, is the old Victorian homes, the old craftsman homes and stuff. Any houses that are 80 years old or 80 years or older.
Now, I want to ask you, what made you decide to do this?
I personally live in a historical home here in Corona, and when I try to find people to do my construction, it was hard to do because a lot of the contractors don't want to work on old houses. They want brand new, frame it up, let's go, and give you my money. You know, with historical homes, you kind of have to work on site and custom build a lot of the projects. You have to build them on site because you just don't go to Ganal or Home Depot and get the exact window you need. You know, they don't sell that stuff. So I have contacts in Los Angeles, Long Beach, San Pedro, with all the historical salvage yards that we can go and get windows that are built for your home, and doors, and anything else, siding and awnings and stuff. So that's what my company specializes in.
Now, that sounds amazing. And if time ever comes, the opportunity comes, that when you start doing the other house or houses, give me a call. I'd like to come down and see how that's done, because now my curiosity is up.
Yeah, when I purchased my home 20 years ago, it was moved here originally in 1920 from the Prado Dam area, from the Prado Village, it's called. So I called my house the Prado House, and it had sunk. The floors had sunken in. They have collapsed. I had to get underneath the subfloor and jack everything up and put new beams in there and stuff like that. And one good benefit though too is I got my contractor license years ago. I'm a retired police officer from Corona, but I already had my contractor license before I became a police officer. So it helped me with the purchase of some of the materials needed for homes and stuff like that. I have worked on new projects, brand new projects, room addition, stuff like this. But I love sticking to the historical home. You know, I love to try to figure out what we're going to do with the project, even when it seems hopeless.
Well, because you're like a surgeon. You can come in and make everybody happy and feeling better.
Yeah, and a lot of times we had to cut out the headers and the rafters and the big beams. We had to cut them on site because no one will cut them for us. They took special angles. They took them special cuts, and we cut everything on site. It takes more time, but because you can go to Ganal Lumber and order a nice cut patio beam, as long as it's standard size. A lot of your older homes, they have the true 2x4s and 2x6s in the wall, and we have to get those custom cut unless we can find them at a salvage yard where they've done some demo on some other historic homes, and we can recover that. It is a little bit more costly, but it all balances out at the end.
This is Rich. I got a question for you. Do you find a lot of these homes in California with any lath and plaster in them, like back east, or isn't there much of that?
All the time. Your older homes, inside walls are always lath and plaster. Most of the time, they're lath and plaster inside the houses. Now, outside they have the siding, a lot of them, but inside walls, there's nothing but lath and plaster.
So, is that harder to work with?
Oh, definitely. You have to match it. You have to do a plaster mix on the walls, unless you're really good, like one of my guys, really good with matching drywall to the existing lath and plaster walls. But yeah, it's a mess.
The other thing I've seen in very old houses is the electrical wires are like the two cables running separate over insulators rather than the wires we use today.
Yeah, they have the glass and ceramic insulators.
Yeah.
That run each of the black wires to the walls. Whenever we run into a situation like that, we update the wiring.
You have to replace it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you have to replace it and stuff. I haven't seen a lot of it that was like unsafe, But due to today's building codes and standards, the cities, when you do a remodel, they require that you replace.
It's safer to do that anyway.
It's safer to do that. It's safer to do that.
Well, with anybody, no matter what you're doing on any house or apartment or, whatever, if the walls are torn apart, you just get in there and get it done. And it's one less thing that you have to worry about.
Oh, yeah. Anytime we go into and we find we do some demolition or something like that, I tell the homeowner, hey, you got a bunch of water right here. You got a bunch of termite damage. We need to replace this. We can't move forward without replacing this. Mm-hmm. I explain it. They see it. I explain it, show it to them, explain it to them, and tell them, that sometimes it's not part of the cost that we can't see through the walls. So sometimes, when I go out and do an estimate, I try to explain to the client or the customer that, hey, here's the standard price on me doing this. However, if when we do the demo and there's something new and behind that, then we'll discuss it at that time. Or you can hire another contractor and see if they can repair it at a cheaper cost than we can, or more reasonable.
Well, I think there are always surprises in construction, and that's a valid thing. You're not trying to cheat anybody. These things come up.
And the best thing that I can say on the female part and being in this business, with so many different companies and what have you, even when you go to the grocery store, if you think something's going to be $100, multiply that by 10. Right. And and get that number in your head. Right. So when you are making your blueprints and your plans and everything you want to do, that extra cost is going to be right in there, and then you won't get any big surprises.
Correct.
Right.
Matter of fact, there is a customer right now that just called me in last week where they let their permit on their room addition expire. Now I did contact this customer 10 years ago when he ran into a financial problem, and I said, hey, you need to finish this room up and stuff, and they couldn't do it at that time. Well, it looks like they want me to go give them an estimate and tell them, hey, how much is this? So I did contact the building department here in Corona, and unfortunately, when he got his permit back 10, 15 years ago, the building standards were not as strict as they are today. Mm-hmm. So now he has to update the whole room, and the customer doesn't understand that, why can't he just renew his permit? You let a permit expire, it sets you back into the new standards that are required for the building process today. And I try to explain that to them, and I just told them that, you're just going to have to update the plans and stuff like that. Then I can give you a true estimate on what the cost would be.
And before we go on, let's break in, and why don't you bump out all your contact information?
Okay. My company is Rosso Construction, like my name, Rasso Construction. I'm located in Corona. My number is 951-454-7918. And if you have listeners out there that just need some advice, or they need to know which way to take it or go, or if a contractor is really being honest with them, I'm a retired police officer, and I can't tell you how many times we had to take fraud reports because the contractor left the job. So if you have any concerns or questions, feel free to call me. I'm on the retired side of my career, but I love to help people and help and I would love to help your listeners. And if they just want to call and say, hey, John, we got this, and do you know a contact where we can get this old window, this old bay window, this door? We want to match the existing doors in our own home. Call me. I probably have that connection somewhere.
And talking about that, and with everything that we're talking about and that you do, and when it comes to the old colonial houses, there's 4 things that I always loved about them, is the windows. They weren't the normal windows we have now. They had character and a life to them. And some of them had the different colors around it and, decorations and stuff. I always loved the pocket doors that they had from room to room.
Doors, yeah.
Oh, I think they're the best things that were ever made in a house. And the other thing, the colors of their paint.
Mm-hmm.
It was different than what it is now. You know, if you noticed it. And the woodwork, like the woodwork around your floor there, the baseboards and stuff, and they were like maybe 12 inches high or wide. It gave everything such a classy look.
I was going
the thing I like about the old windows, and I don't know if you guys can remember this, but when you look at the glass, it looks like it's rippled.
Yes. Yes.
And when I run into a situation like that, I try to tell the customer, hey, let's save these windows. They want brand new windows, but I said, no, let's save this window. Look at the new window's not going to have this ripple effect, ripple glaze on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's because of the way they had to make them in those days.
Exactly. And I love those windows. I try to save those windows in a residence whenever I can, unless they're really adamant about changing out the window. But and I'll tell you one thing about those windows too. Once they go to the salvage yard, where you can collect them and stuff, they're triple the cost of your standard basic window.
Yeah, that's
they're really expensive,
Uh-huh.
and stuff. And I save them. If I need to do a demo and I need to remove those type of windows, I will save the wood frame and the glass for either one of my other projects or further down the road.
Yeah, these people that want windows like that pay very good money just to get those windows.
Yeah.
Now,
Exactly,
I was going to ask you, what areas do you like to work in, or do you go in? What cities or areas?
I don't need to travel that much anymore. I'd say mostly in the Inland Empire, just locally now and stuff. I used to go out to Indio, Coachella, L.A., San Marino. Oh.
So what areas do you like now? Everything from Corona to what? San Bernardino, Redlands?
Yeah, Redlands, San Bernardino. Done a few jobs there in Redlands.
Oh, there's some nice old houses there.
Yeah, oh yeah. Done a lot in the city of Orange in that circle.
Mm-hmm.
Done that.
Uh-huh.
And what I do is I do mostly the dirty work, the nasty work. Then they'll come in with other guys to put in the more final, I don't want to say final, the more fine touches, and stuff. We'll go in and we'll redo your frame. We'll take out your French doors and put them to the side, and we'll redo the frame where it's either termite damage or just sunken in time,
Mm-hmm.
So
tell us a horror story.
Yeah,
I'm sure you have some really good ones.
Oh my God, the worst one was an old time bathroom. It was a turquoise color with tile and stuff, and we were trying to save it, but we couldn't because I guess the prior owners, or through the last 60, 70 years, they let the shower leak through the walls and stuff, and it got all over the place. And we had to tear the whole bathroom out. We were able to use the bathtub and the toilets again and stuff, and the sinks, but we had to tear all the original cabinetry out and the tile and stuff. But that we went down so far because they let it go so long that even the cast iron drain pipes, we had to dig down about 4 feet to change them all out because everything was rotten and stuff. And when we went in there, the bathroom looked pretty good. I mean, it looked like we're going to be in and out real quick, But that's what happens when you start tearing stuff out,
Well, talking about all of this and with the old colonials, there was some summers I was down in Augusta, Georgia. And my sister Phyllis, she was a nurse at the Army base, and her husband was in the Army down there, so I was down there. And just about every house you've seen, even the new ones, they started putting that old touch of the old colonial onto them. And the big, fat, claw bathtubs. You know, the feet that
Clawfoot,
look like
yeah.
claws.
Oh yeah, the clawfoot. Yeah, the clawfoot bathtubs. Yeah, I have the original tub here. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're lucky. You want to trade? I'll give you one of mine.
And another thing we do too is we'll take old antique appliances, and as long as they're working, because I'm not an appliance repair guy, but as long as they're working, we can make it fit into your house, have it painted to match your house, stuff like that. I have an old wood stove from the early 1900s that I converted into a gas stove.
No.
In my kitchen and stuff. You know, so if people want to look at my house, it's on the historical list for the city of Corona. Just punch in 1305 Kellogg Avenue, and you can see what I've done to the house. It's taken 20 years, and I'm still doing stuff. So you know, it's a never-ending thing with these old houses. I love the crooked floors, Bev. I love the cracks in the crackling noises that the house makes at night. You know, I love all that. You know, and you don't. It's a lot of character, and you don't. And these older homes, instead of cities requiring them to knock them down, they got to have the new owner or the present owner rebuild them and help them rebuild them. Fortunately, you know, I'm in a situation. I'm not a rich man. I'm comfortable though, and I can and I know how to do a lot of the stuff myself. So you know, I can repair stuff.
And when you're saying about a rich man, that song came to me. If I
If
were
I were
a
a
rich
rich
man,
man.
yada da da da. You know, from Fiddle. I love that song. And the
I'd
other-
restore an old house. We'll
Right.
change the words.
There you go. And yeah, we got to do that and give it to him for a birthday
There we
gift. We
go.
can surprise him. You didn't hear what we just said. And then the other thing too, with the old houses and the claw bathtubs and the stoves and everything, one of the things I used to love is the screen doors. Remember they had
Oh, yeah,
the wood ones?
Yeah.
And when you kids, you're going outside and you let it slam, and the sound that it made.
It was annoying at times.
No, it was a cool
You
sound.
just slammed the door again.
Yeah.
The stupid stop thing doesn't work.
And when you were talking...
Or I have a better one for you. My two cats climbed the door and scratched the screens wide open.
That's
They
when
think
their
it's
nails should
fun.
have been cut. Yes.
Well, yeah, when we run into those screen doors, we'll replace them with some heavy-duty, more better screen for the cats and stuff. But a lot of people, I don't know if you guys remember, but a lot of those screen doors had that big, long spring on top that would shut it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it wasn't a cylinder. It wasn't a cylinder.
Yeah,
It was,
just slam
so
shut.
It slammed it when you went out. It slammed it back. You know?
What is the most expensive project that you've had to work on?
You just took
The
my
most
question.
expensive project that I had to work on was probably replacing the sewer line on an old house. So, yeah.
Like how much does
you know,
that run?
I would say, let's see here. You know, it depends on a lot of the older homes because of the war, and I don't know if you guys remember this, when they put in sewer lines to the homes back in the 20s, 30s, and stuff, 40s, they used Orangeburg material. What it was is it was a 4-inch line, but it was made out of like a hard cardboard, like a hard cardboard, because in World War II they were making ships and tanks and stuff, so there wasn't that much steel or cast iron to go around. So they instead made the cast, instead of using cast iron lines, they used the Orangeburg. Now we have to replace that a lot because just now, you know, 100 years later or whatever it is, 80 years, you know, it collapses, especially if the older homes have a lot of trees, roots and stuff like that. You know, it gets in there. So, you know, a cost to replace that would probably be at least $200 to $300 a foot.
Really?
A foot?
Yeah, because we have to dig down, and our specialty is we don't try to kill the trees. If somebody says, well, do we need to remove this tree? No, you don't. We'll dig under it, or we'll dig to the side of it. You know, don't kill the tree. You know, So that's what we do. You know, we'll go around the tree, we'll revert it, and we'll put you clay line or now it's the black plastic pipe that lasts forever. So you know, we replace all that stuff.
I'm so glad to hear that. And Paul, one more time, bump out your contact information.
Okay, it's John Rosso Construction. I'm at 951-454-7918, and for your listeners, you know, if they want to just call up and ask me any questions in reference to the law with the contractor state license boards and the qualifications and how to look up other contractors, because you know, I've also gone into jobs where they've been abandoned and stuff, and unfortunately it costs the homeowner a lot more money to have another contractor take over the project and see what.
But if they need the fellow that's really experienced with the old homes, you're the man.
Yep. Fortunately, yeah. I'm trying to get a hold of for example, this old bay window that one of my neighbors down the street has and stuff.
Oh, go down to his house and just take it out.
No, they've already. We removed it. We removed it for them, but I don't know why this older gentleman wants to keep it.
Oh.
I said, I'll buy it from you. I'll give you this much for it.
He might be a hoarder. You ever think of that?
Oh, maybe he's a hoarder.
And I should have just told him it wasn't any good and hauled it away, but I didn't. I said, the window's still good. We'll replace it but keep it, you know. And yeah, he won't let go of that window. But yeah, you know, I'm always looking for old construction parts, old material to save it, you know. So.
Well, if we find anybody, we know who to call.
Exactly.
Okay, now, John, we're getting down to that point. And so one more time, contact information.
John Rosso Construction, 951-454-7918.
Okay, and one more, and we got to make this really short. What job or what thing that made you the happiest out of everything you did?
You know, every job has a personal satisfaction for me. It's not like the criminal courts. Like I said, I was a police officer. You know, the criminal courts right away threw the case out because there was a technicality and they couldn't continue with the case. So they would drop the case and the criminal would walk away. With building and replacing it and stuff, I really enjoy it because you stand back, Bev, and you look at what you accomplished. That's my satisfaction. Every job, even the sewer line, you know, is some type of personal satisfaction for us.
Well, good. Well, thank you for that. We're down to the 1 minute. We have to say goodbye, but we'll talk to you next week, okay?
Okay, take care.
Okay, ciao. Thank you.
Yeah, bye-bye.
All right. And tomorrow on Facebook and Twitter, you're going to find out all this good information. And thank you for our guests and non-guests. Thank you for our new board up. Yay!
Hooray, hooray.
Yes.
I like this song, Taking Care of Business for Construction.
I know. That's a good song.
Yeah.
There we go.
And so
Good stuff.
everybody be happy, be safe. We'll talk to you next week, same time, same station. Dr. Bombay and the Blue Machine Band will be dancing us out of the studios. Ciao.
Bye-bye.